Welcome back to the Fermented World Homebrew channel. Today we are brewing a Braggot. Now I've just finished brewing a beer, and I did actually forget to put my microphone on for the beer, but I remembered for the Braggot, so you are the blessed. A Braggot is a cross between a beer and a mead, honey wine. It can be two things. It can either be a beer version of a Braggot, or it can be a mead version of a Braggot. I'm doing a mead version today because I don't have enough of said liquid to make it into anything else. So that is what we're going to be doing. I've got some American style yeast, Safe Ale US 05. Literally all of the wort's already ready, so it's kind of easy for me to make a Braggot. If you was going to do this, you'd need to then buy some grain, know the recipe to the beer that I've done, which I can, if you go back and look on the brown ale that I've just brewed, because that would have been uploaded already by now. The recipe for that's on there. If you pare it down, and if you realize, obviously I took 12, I want to say 12, 11, 12, probably 13 litres is what I took from it. So you can adjust the grain, do it in a smaller batch, and then do it so that you've got 2 litres. So all I'm going to do to this, I'm going to add some honey. Normally use 2 pots of honey. So for this one, I will just use 1 because we've already got 60 points of fermentables in there. That is sat at 1.060. Now adding this should make it 110. Should. So anyway, let's speed the honey up. Let's get it in there, and we'll be back momentarily. Okay, so that's the honey in. I haven't got any hot water in there, but I'm not going to actually put any in, because if I do, because it's at room temperature and the water that I'm using is at room temperature, if we put any water in there that's hot, it's just going to make it too hot to pitch the yeast. It's only half a packet of yeast, which still for a gallon batch is overkill. But I also use half a packet of yeast for my beers, just because it saves money. You know, why waste it? Okay, it gives the mead or the beverage, so to speak, a bit of a head start. But don't really need it. Not going to be using any tannins like raisins or tea. Don't think it's necessary with the beer flavour going to be in there as well. We are going to top this up to 4.5 litres. Now this, I'm using this because earlier on this wasn't clean, so I couldn't use this to measure out water for the other thing, so I had to pour some of this into it and just go from there. So up to 4.5 litres if you're using an English gallon. Yeah, near as damn it. I won't overdo it because, again, we don't know how this is going to react. It could go absolutely volcano. It has happened before with many things. I've still got strawberry splattered all over the ceiling, but that's going to wait until I decorate, which I was supposed to be doing this summer, but summer seems to have flown by. Has anyone else noticed that? It just seems to have gone so damn quickly. Kids were off school, and then it was like, yeah, getting ready to go away, and then we went away, and it was like, damn, that's it, summer's gone. All the trees are starting to lose their leaves and stuff now. So let's mix in the honey. That'll do for now, because we're going to be adding some yeast nutrients. I don't think we need anything else in there just now. Nope. I think it is just the yeast nutrients we need. And this is 1 level teaspoon per gallon batch. 1 level teaspoon, 1 gallon batch. Back into the cupboard of despair. Now I could mess around with this and add loads of random stuff. Like, I've got so many ingredients in there, I could just do so much with it, but I just want to do a standard Braggot. I can't remember last time what happened with the Braggot I did. I think I combined beer wort with mead, and yeah, it didn't go very well. It continued to ferment in the bottles, which caused me no end of problems. I had to keep burping them, and then by the time I finished burping them, they all tasted like crap. So this will be the first Braggot. I've just thought, why aren't I using a mead yeast? That's a beer yeast. I want this to be going to about 14% odd, and I'm not sure off the top of my head what the ability for that yeast is to do. So we're going to weigh 5 grams out of the yeast, which is what's normally in one of the packets if you buy the EC 1118. Now I've got a big packet of it, so that's what I'm going to be using. It's just come straight out of the fridge, so it may be a little bit shell shocked when we lob it in, but you're supposed to let it warm up. But what could possibly go wrong? The famous last words. My shopping's here. Delivery guys just probably stepped into the camera shot. Blue, be quiet. I'll be back. Okay, so 5 grams of yeast. It's probably overkill, but I've got loads of it, so it doesn't matter. And then we mix. Get some oxygen in there as well. That'll do. It'll mix a bit further once it goes into the jar as well. So it was a bit of a mad dash to get everything re-sterilised, knowing that my shopping was on the way. I don't drive, you see, so I have my shopping delivered. And we're going to take a hydrometer reading so we know what the sugar content is. Therefore, we'll then know what the alcohol content is afterwards. Oh, it's slightly less than I thought it was going to be. We are at the 2468 mark, 78. Now some of that's going to be unfermentable, because you always have some unfermentables with beer, unless a mead yeast or a what would possibly be labelled as a champagne yeast might very well motor through it. It's a bit of a low start, but I can't be asked to mess around with it, so it is what it is. That's what we've got, that's what we're going to ferment, and we'll see what it does. If we get one that's a little bit lower in ABV, doesn't matter, does it? We're not doing this for it to blow your head off. We're doing this because we like the process. So this is going to go into here, where it will further oxygenate. Let's speed this bit up. So So a large portion of the yeast decided to stay in there. We did go again, and you know, we did get it out, but I did spill some on me. But anywho, that is where we're at. That's what we've got. That's what we're fermenting. A proper braggot using surplus wort from a beer. It's extra work, but it's also extra content, so I can't really turn my nose up at it. And it'll be good to see how this one turns out. That's still a bit wet, so I can't write on it. What did we say it was at? 80 what? I don't remember. I'll have a look through the video in a sec and when editing, and I shall sort that information out. But I'm going to go and sit down because I'm absolutely flushed. It's been a 5.5 hour brew day, then followed by however long this has taken to slap together. Granted, this didn't take all that long. Temperature is 20 degrees, which is spot on. I am going to sterilize a blow-off tube and I'm going to put it on. Here's one I made earlier. So the blow-off tube basically works as an airlock, but it works on the outside. You just got to get that into there, or you could probably just pop it straight into there. It's probably not going to make much difference, is it? It's pretty snug in there. Air from here, CO2 will come out, go into there, into the sterilized water. If there's any froth or anything like that, it's going to get caught in there. I will quickly rinse this out, and it will also sit in there, doubly solidifying the fact that it's not going to cause any issues. So into the sanitizing water, a quick rinse. Now if there is any overflow from the blow-off tube with build up in there of whatever's being forced out of here, it will then go into there, and when I wake up in the morning I won't just have a brown pool all over the place. Unexpected braggot, it's on. Thanks for watching, take it easy, and I'll see you all soon.